Hey guys, welcome back to the Liberty Hour. So to continue with my final thoughts. Okay, so here are common problems students face in college which make it to the point why they can't graduate in 4 years to get that degree. One, time management. And that goes along with people who, if they're full-time in college, 12, 15 units, likely they're going to be spending a lot of money on that, which also means that they're going to have another job to get some extra money unless they come from a wealthy family like I mentioned earlier. So that takes away time, and that makes it harder for people to even reach and get passing grades in those classes. So a lot of people sometimes end up failing. A lot of people who have jobs sometimes will end up only taking 6 to 9 units. I have some friends who actually do that, and I get it. It's hard. Some people can strive through it and pass through it, but I understand that it can be a hard thing, especially when you have to schedule all the classes together. If you have required classes, it's hard to take them on certain days. So I get it. So that's the first one. The next one has to do with if you get homesick, and that has to do if you're going to a college that is far away from home, obviously, and you just don't like it. There's a lot of people right when they get to a new college and they start their new semester far away from home who don't like it, who get homesick. They end up leaving that college, coming back home. Some people will end up even quitting college for a bit because they don't feel like it's for them, and so that takes a lot of time as well. Also, mental health, depression, stuff like that, sickness and health conditions, social problems. Obviously, a key thing, partying, and that shouldn't actually have to do with my conversation because partying is a personal choice that people know what they're getting into, basically. People understand what they're getting into. So I really don't have much sympathy for people who party and fail in school. The other one was choosing a major like I was stating. So my whole point when it comes to college and the issue of college and education in this country, you're not going to solve it if you make college free. It's a lot more complicated than that. It's a lot of people, it comes to personal choices and when they change their major. How would you like it if you're paying for a person who's supposed to go to college for 4 years based off the figures that are stated by the government, and they end up changing their major twice and end up going 8 to 10 years. Well, guess what? That means that you're paying even more or our country is just going to go more in debt because we're spending more money. We're basically borrowing money so we can spend it and help these people out. I am sympathetic to people who are hard workers and get their college degree in 2 to 4 years for associates or bachelors when they go, to college to get their degree. I'm sympathetic for those people who work hard and get that done and do that. But there's a lot of people who slack off. There's a lot of people who aren't sure what they want to do. I don't think a person should go to college unless they're just doing everything in general education. I don't think a person should go to college until they are ready to know what they want to do with their life. And that takes some time and that takes some other experiences. I'm not going to lie. Because it's not just a light bulb that flashes right away for everybody the second they get out of the high school. But the one thing that frustrates me, though, I wanted to talk about when it comes to this, is I am so done and frustrated with people talking about, oh, it's a 4-year degree, it's a 2-year degree when you're in high school, and they put that out there, and they say, this is what's going to happen, it's realistic. It's not realistic in general. For some people, it is. But you can't act like it's something that is that simple of an issue, and you can't act like if you spend money and throw money at it, it's going to solve it either. Either side when it comes to that is wrong. And we actually need to tell people who are in high school that, look, you need to be prepared. You need to understand that these are things that are going to come up in college, and you need to be ready for how to prepare them. I did not get that. I don't think a lot of people do get that personally. And that's a problem, and it's something that needs to be fixed. So I don't know exactly the right way to solve it. I know that paperwork's a huge problem as well. There's a lot of paperwork when it comes to college, and it's not just when it comes to financial aid, because that does make sense, and that obviously is a problem. So there's a lot of issues out there when it comes to this problem. My whole point to this final thoughts is to almost expose the fact that it's not a simple issue. We're not going to solve education by throwing money at it. We're not going to solve education problem by keep lying to students the fact that they're going to get a 4-year degree. It's as simple as that. We need to tell people the truth. We need to approach this in a smarter way than we are doing right now. I don't know the answer for it, but that's why you guys are here. So let me know your thoughts on it as well. So that's my final thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be on next week or not. Stay tuned to my Facebook and my Twitter. I'll be letting you guys know throughout the week, depending if I get a guest and if the time slot ends up working for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I wanted to thank Josh again for being on. Good discussion with him. And so hopefully I'll see you guys next week. If not, I'll be back here in 2 weeks for another Liberty Hour. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Peace out.